Let's translate a CV in Figma into another language. For this example, we'll use my free Figma community CV template. Of course, you can also use any other document. Let's take a closer look at the resume. Here's the blank example again. I simply added a sample version below using copy and paste. It contains a little bit of content, so we are able to see the difference later. You can also translate directly in it, but for the demo, or as a general tip, I would recommend duplicating it. Then you have the before and after comparison, and you can go in to edit it later. I'll name the person, and then we now have both versions side by side and want to translate this into German. To do this, we now go to this menu at the bottom. In my case, the Translate To feature is under Recent, so click on the Translate to Language XYZ button. You can also scroll down, or if you want to make it easier, search for it. In this window, you also have access to assets and other features. Before we translate, there's also the option to use other AI tools, for example, rewrite or shorten, depending on what you need for your resume. So first, make sure that the content in your main language is correct, and then go into the AI translation. Quick check, and now let's get started. In my template, the document is divided into groups. Those are individual element sections that belong together. We'll now translate the entire document, but you can also click on separate components and have only those translated, or even text boxes. Which language are we choosing today? Let's translate from English to German. We just clicked on the entire document and everything will be translated at once. Very important, choose a language that you are fluent in. AI can make mistakes. AI doesn't know the context. In this case, it actually recognized very well which words were company names and which words or abbreviations should remain unchanged. For example, UX. But not always. So here in this example above, the word customer journey was translated literally, word for word. You wouldn't say that in German. We have to go back in and edit it manually. As already mentioned, you can also click on separate sections. Simply select what exactly you want. Groups, different elements, or even individual text boxes. Really, whatever you need. Let's do that together. Here, we only want to translate the section, not the entire document. We make sure that everything we need is selected. Then, we select the language again. And here we go. It's usually a little faster. At the bottom, you can always see your progress and how far you are with the translation. That was quite quick. You can select all languages offered by Figma. And note, that's not just Western languages. Let's do it together from English to Chinese. Et voila! And now we have our resume in Chinese. Urgent recommendation: only use languages that you really know, especially because they may test you in the interview or the actual job, and also to check whether it makes actually sense. Words where the context is unknown can lead to confusion. You can edit everything. Sometimes the words in the new language may be longer and you may need more space. That's not a problem at all. You can simply extend or shorten the box or the respective area, change the font size, etc. Now you know how to use Figma AI to translate your CV. And finally, here's a little tip. Always choose the language of the job description to maximize your chances. If the job is in English, it's best to apply in English. If it's in German, you can also do it in German, but English is just fine. Best of luck with your translation. I'm excited to see where your professional journey takes you. Find more career tips and insights on my Medium blog and grab my free resume template on Figma. Enjoy hands-on tips or customize it with AI. Super smart. All links are right below in the description. If you're building a global career, like and subscribe to Niche Careers, stay ambitious, and see you soon.